Hello everyone, welcome to day one of 12 days of transformative Christmas. So basically for the next 12 days, today being day one, I'm going to be sharing content here that will upskill your mind, detach you from unhealthy paradigms, and set you up for tremendous growth, progress, and impact. So today we're going to be talking about productivity anxiety, and I think it's a very important topic, especially because we are coming to the end of the year, and this is a time where some people start to make certain conclusions that can encumber their creative flow and their productivity levels. So in this video, I'm going to share with you about productivity anxiety, what productivity anxiety is about, how to prevent it, how to break free from it. I'll also be sharing with you tips here and there that can help you properly review your year without getting into productivity anxiety. So let's get right into the video. So productivity anxiety is basically when you feel like you are not doing enough, no matter how much you've done or no matter how much you're doing. And the root of productivity anxiety is an unrecognition of your true identity and a dismissal of your own growth. I'll take that again. The root of productivity anxiety is an unrecognition of your true identity and a dismissal of your own growth. Now, the unrecognition of your true identity being a causal factor of productivity anxiety helps us understand that people who are fond of hinging their self-worth on their achievement are most definitely not going to experience fulfillment. Now, purpose is the destination that we live out as a journey. I say this all the time, and the beautiful thing about doing purpose is when you are doing purpose, you are meant to experience fulfillment per time. What I'm saying is fulfillment is not just what you experience at the end of your work. Fulfillment is necessary for the execution of your work. What I'm saying is you do not execute projects to become an executor. You are an executor. That is why you are able to execute projects. So execution is an expression of your leadership. You are meant to work out of who you are. Leadership is necessarily not in leading teams. Leadership is in your ability to lead assignments. And I love to say that the fact that your assignment places you in submission to someone else does not make you less of a leader. So God forbid that you wait till you have your own business before you express your leadership. So leadership is in your ability to lead assignments excellently, regardless of where your assignment has placed you. Now back to productivity anxiety. Productivity anxiety is very well known for encumbering people from exercising and exploring their strength. And I find this really ironical, especially because you would think that because you are trying to work, because you don't feel like you're working enough, you would think you're actually working, but you are not. It's just like you place a fish outside of water. The fish is going to be engaging in a lot of activity, but it's actually not being productive. Productivity requires that you work out of who you are, not without who you are. And in the words of James Clear, competence is highly dependent on context. And this is why I don't believe that laziness is the opposite of hard work. Yeah. When you know who you are, it informs your entire being. It energizes you to do good work. I'm telling you, the Dominion mandate already came with the Dominion potential installed into your being. Revelation knowledge will activate it. Revelation knowledge will ignite it, and it's going to inform your actions, going to inform your entire being. When you know who you really are, you'd become a fan of your journey. You become a fan of your own growth. You will not be affected by peer pressure, because I believe that peer pressure is a dismissal. Peer pressure is you not recognizing your growth. When you focus on who you really are, you'd be so engrossed with becoming the best version of yourself than being erroneously thrilled by other people's progress. So what does being productive really mean? I don't want this video to be long. I want it to be short. What does being productive really mean? Being productive is basically you doing what you should do per time. Being productive basically means you working out of who you are, not without who you are. Being productive means utilizing who you are to produce prolific results. Now you notice that I'm saying who you are. So what this means is that the core of productivity is wellness. The core of productivity is wellness. You cannot give what you don't have, and so you have to be well. You have to see yourself as you must treat yourself well. Prioritizing personal wellness is not selfishness. If you are truly dedicated to fulfilling purpose, if you truly want to serve humanity as you wish to, if you truly want to make tremendous impact, if you truly want to affect the world, if you truly want to do all that you've been created to do, then you must never jeopardize your personal wellness, because the core of productivity is wellness. So I have this material I'm working on. It's about the creatives ecosystem, and basically what I talk about in that material is creativity, innovation, and execution. Now, creativity talks about who you are, innovation talks about what you do as who you are, and execution talks about what you do with who you are. So your creative flow, your creative expression, everything that has to do with your creativity has a lot to do with who you are. If you are doing well, it will be easy for you to express your creativity well. The fact that you are best productive when you are in the right mind state is proof that you are the most important factor in the excellence of your productivity. So being productive is basically you utilizing who you are to produce prolific results. Do you get? So I'm going to share with you a few tips that will help you, that will help to prevent productivity anxiety, or help you break free from productivity anxiety in case you're already experiencing it. First things first, you want to be dedicated to your own growth. You want to focus on your own journey. If you do not focus on your strength, you lose strength to focus. Pay attention to who you are. Sometimes when people say, oh, how do I discover my purpose? Your purpose is not far-fetched. Discovering your purpose becomes less of a hassle when you start to focus on you, emphasis on you. Purpose is a journey. It will keep unfolding. So you cannot afford to be so obsessed with knowing what the full picture will look like before you step into purpose. You want to be so concerned. You want to be dedicated. You want to focus on your own journey, on your own growth. I'm such a fan of my journey. I sometimes, for example, I sometimes check my previous videos, my video from last year and all of that, and I'm just watching them and I'm like, Toby, you've grown. I'm telling you, I check out, oh yeah, I can improve on this, I can do this better. I check out these things. Personal responsibility is key. You must be able to call yourself out. You get what I'm saying? When you don't focus on who you are, you would waste time becoming who you are not and who you can never be. So you want to be dedicated to your own growth. You want to focus on your own growth. Now, my second point will be prioritize properly. Yes, the way I want to even put it is that prioritize your priority. When it is time for you to work, when it's time for you to get things done, ensure to maximize your strength rather than polish your weaknesses at the point of duty. You're going to be under unnecessary pressure if you do it that way. If you are working on an assignment, be it personal project or you're working with someone, whatever, you want to ensure that you place your priorities. You want to ensure that you prioritize according to your strength. Now, when you do this, you'd be able to do things well. You'd be able to do things faster. Even if there are things that you need help, if you need help maybe on some parts of the project, things that you're not really, things that you need help for, basically, you'd be able to utilize that help and everything will fall right in place in time. So prioritize. Don't try and do everything at the same time. You know the things that take more of your energy. You know the things that there's something called metacognition, so your ability to think about thinking, or your ability to think about your thoughts. So use it to understand how best your creativity flows, the things that quickly drain you out. So on whatever you are working on, ensure to stratify in accordance to your strength. Do you understand? Yeah. The third point is, I feel like I could have talked about this in the first one, but it's fine. You want to choose progress over perfection. Yeah, I understand that you want things to, everything should be together, but you must choose progress over perfection. Even if everything is not yet working together, you want to be able to see how much progress you've made, to where you are, and that can be enough motivation to carry you through to the end. Because the funny thing is, if you are obsessed with perfection, I want you to know that as you are moving from one stage to the other, depending on whatever project you are working on, as you're moving from one stage to the other, your idea or your perspective about perfection is going to change. The more you gain clarity as regards what you're working on, and the truth is, this clarity often comes as you are moving, right? Now, the more you gain clarity as regards the thing you're working on, your idea of perfection is going to change. So if you are just obsessed with perfection, then you will not do anything, or you would not move as fast or as well as you should. So you want to choose progress over perfection. The fourth point is rest. Rest. You have to stop glamorizing overworking. The fact that you burn out is not something that is not fancy. Rest is an agent of productivity. Rest is not just the absence of activity. Rest is an agent of productivity. As much as you are planning your life, you are planning, all your goals and everything, you definitely want to include rest. Like the same way you really prioritize your work, you must also really prioritize your rest. Rest is a clarifier. It helps you to see properly. It helps you to see things clearly. Rest. Don't be deceived. So don't let, I know we have a lot of, oh, how to do this. I know, I understand. But please and please ensure that you rest. When you rest properly, and I'm not talking about the rest that you rest while you are on social media. I'm talking about proper rest. Because the way we are wired, your brain can only get into serious activity for a period of time, and then it automatically just shuts down for a bit before it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you definitely want to include rest into your life. So very quickly, I'm going to share with you a few tips that will help you review your year in a way that you will not land inside productivity anxiety, shall we? So the very first thing I would say is you want to review your year objectively. Yes, personal responsibility is key. That is, when you are reviewing your year, you want to look into it to say, oh, okay, I didn't do this properly. You don't want to be caught up in that self-condemnation place where you are blaming yourself or blaming people or blaming systems for different things that did not happen during the year. You want to take personal responsibility. And the beautiful thing about personal responsibility is that it will help you to see properly where things actually went wrong, and it will also give you the wisdom necessary for you to be a better you, or for you to produce better results in the coming days. So you definitely want to review your year objectively. Check it out. Okay, I did not do this enough. If I can do this better, then this is also going to, do you understand what I'm saying? You want to check the cause and the effect, and the things that you did good, you want to look at those things. What happened? What are the things that I put in place that helped me to be more productive at this point during the year? You want to pay attention to those things, and you want to try and strengthen those things that helped you to be more productive during the year. Wherever you've experienced shortcomings, don't blame anybody for it. Don't blame. I'm telling you, there is nothing beautiful about blame shifting. You're just going to be kept in a very low place for life. Another thing is avoid comparison. What did I say? Avoid comparison. This is not the time where you want to be comparing your own results with another person's results. That comparison is a killer. Don't be there. Don't be caught up in that place. Do you understand? Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't compare yourself. Don't compare your results with other people's results. Is it possible for you to be inspired by people and what they do or what they have done? Yes, be inspired, but avoid that comparison. Sometimes people are even comparing yourself with self. They've probably been in that business or in that thing for years, and you cannot just stop it. Don't do it. Whatever spirit that wants you to compare yourself, I bind it now. I'm even serious. You don't want to compare don't stop it. Oh, people are see what this person did. Me, I was not able to. Stop it. If you do that, you're going to get into this place where you would not be able to acknowledge how much you've done. Neither will you be able to move forward in the proper way, or move forward in the way you should move forward. You can even get distracted. Comparison often they just distract you. They distract and they disable you from becoming the best version of yourself, and that's the truth. So please do not compare your results. Do not compare yourself with anyone. Do not compare your results with anyone's results. So the third point is you must remember that productivity is when you do what you should be doing per time. So take for example, if 2024 or the year, I don't know, this video will not only be available in 2024, right? So take for example, if maybe during the year you were experiencing a major transition, maybe you had like a career break, you experienced some losses that just shut you down emotionally or mentally. If what productivity meant to you was resting at some point in your life, taking a break at some point in your life, healing at some point in your life, I want you to know that is actually also being productive. Yes. So please also acknowledge those ones too as being productive. Do you understand? Yeah. Another thing that will help you even as you make your conclusions as regards the year in preparation for the new year is avoid the urge to make rash plans. Making rash plans will definitely lead to a crash. But sincerely speaking, avoid the urge to make rash plans. There's a way you just discover. There's a way you can just be shocked. Maybe you didn't do as much as you planned to. Maybe you didn't do as much as you planned to, and then you are like, oh, by next year times 100. Avoid the urge to make rash plans. The truth is, sometimes before you are able to make certain results, your mind must have been upgraded to a certain point. You definitely want to make more investments in building yourself, right? In you paying attention to your personal growth, your personal development. You want to pay more attention into that so that your mind can be expanded for whatever plans you might want to make as regards, the coming year or the coming days. Truth is, there is a you that you must become to be able to wield certain results. And when you see it this way, you would understand that your future is not ahead of you. Your future lies within you, right? For example, when a child is born, when a girl child is born, right inside that child is her womb. Right inside that child is everything that can also reproduce another child. But the child has to grow to a certain point. The child did not become 5 years old before they now say, oh yeah, let us go and install womb. Let us go and install. No. It was already there, but they had to grow. So you definitely don't want to make rash plans. Instead, you want to invest more into mind upgrade. And with that, we've come to the end of this video. I really hope that you learned one or two. If you did, please ensure to like this video and share it to someone who might need it. I'll see you tomorrow.